All right, Baltimore Jessie Reyez is here. Welcome to Baltimore. Have you ever been here before?
Yeah, a few times. I got cousins that live out here too. So
Do you?
yeah,
What
yeah.
part?
Where do they live again?
He like, I
Baltimore.
don't know, somewhere down
Somewhere
in Baltimore.
here. Yeah.
So you're on tour right now. How's that going?
It's going good. It's been a lot of one-off shows like festivals and everything because the focus has been the album like
Yeah.
crazy. It's been good. Tired, but what's new?
Yeah, I've been waiting on this album. Our OM Kelson, who you met when you guys were in
Yes.
Dallas, he told me about the album.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really want to hear it. I'm like, all right, so tell me the tea. What's happening on the album? Like, he was like, yo, it's so dope. So I cannot wait to hear the album. Like, do we have an official date? Like, what are we looking like?
It's looking like 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's
Which is
looking
like almost done. So we got time ticking.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's almost done. It's coming.
All right.
Yeah.
I love Imported with Black Yo.
Thank you. He's nuts. He's crazy.
Is he?
Yeah, like crazy talented.
Okay.
But like regardless of the person, he's so mellow. Like,
Yeah.
So chill. Yeah, he's exactly what you think he'd be. Just like chill, lax, good vibes.
I feel like everything that y'all said in that record is what everybody else wanted to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you get into, like, a new relationship or, like, you want somebody or, like, you're going through your own issues in life, like, that's everything that you're bottling in. You're trying to just get out without, like, saying it. Because you don't always say, like, I know you have somebody, but let me show you something else. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, as you're, like, singing it or in the studio, like, what are you thinking about? Like,
That like drama and exes and just trying to move on in real life, you know, where your body while your heart is still stuck in the past is like a beautiful sad opera, man. It's like it's like a depressing art, but you have to, right? Because you can't stay stuck.
and I feel like you're so, like, raw but, like, emotional at the same time.
Oh,
Like, I feel like you have, like, a toughness about you, but you're so, like, sensual and sexual. Like, seriously, because the first time I actually heard you sing and I actually heard about you was when on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay.
And when I saw you perform, I was like, God damn. Like, I felt everything you were singing.
Thanks.
And not everybody has that. Like, you can sing, but you might not have any emotion behind the song. Like, you might not feel it. But I feel like you felt every single word that you sing.
Yeah, I live in my emotions, so I'm glad you felt them. At least they're good for something.
Girl, you know they good for something. Let's not
my
even do
God.
that. You're so
No.
super dope, and I know everybody always tells you that too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's dope that you felt it. It's dope that people connect with it. It's dope that, like, I know I'm making jokes, but like, it's just so funny how God works sometimes. Because like the most painful. Are we live?
Yeah. Well, no, we recorded.
Okay, yeah. Because the most painful, like, I was about to say shit. Can I say shit? Can you guys?
Sure, I
dip
can
it?
believe you. I'll go ahead, girl.
Lit. Because the most. It's crazy how
Loosen
God
up. You
works.
can say whatever you want.
Dope. Because the most painful shit sometimes is like what can shift your life to the most positive thing. And it's just jokes because anytime my heart breaks, it's another 50 songs.
Yeah. We always say, like, you know, when somebody comes out with, like, or somebody breaks up, like, Kel's favorite artist is, like, Mary J. Blige, right? So when she went through, like, her divorce, she was like, oh, yo, this album about to be crazy. Like, you know, when somebody goes through a heartbreak, their songs that come after that are, like, everything.
Yeah.
So, like, what actually triggered you for this album? Like, what were some things that defined you when you came in this album? Like,
Going through it with this dude and trying to stay above the water and all the emotions, like trying to stay above the water. And also, I talk about my relationship with God in the album because I feel like for the first time in my life, I've been like, damn, like I don't know if you're like this, but I know some people are like this when they just love too hard and then they lose themselves.
I am.
So I've done that often, and I'm just like, I need to stop. Like, I need to, and I've like just talked to God and gotten close to the Spirit and been like, you can't. It's such a cliche to say you can't love someone else or expect someone to love you till you love yourself.
Yeah.
So that's been also very included in the music and all that.
But that's the truth, though. Like, being in, like, relationships and heartbreaks and things like that. I've been into energy lately.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to get to myself and find my inner self so that my outer can be good.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're kind of saying, like, now.
Totally.
Like, in order to, you know, you can't even love anybody else until you love yourself.
You can't. And it's crazy because it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. And it's anytime that, I don't know, we just harm ourselves every day and we don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You know? It's just putting emphasis on that. Which is so funny because sometimes it gets painted as selfish, but it's not selfish because because what are you bringing to the world if
You
your
gotta have
soul's not
self-love.
intact, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all that. But that's dope that you're into that lately.
Has anybody ever told you that you remind them of Amy Winehouse?
Yes.
Like,
Sometimes.
you really, really do.
Thank you. That's insane. Anytime I hear that, I don't feel worthy because she's like, she's everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's incredible. She's
Yeah.
so dope. And she was like, when I was younger and going through it and I would listen to her music, she was like, I always say it, like when my parents and my family saw me going through depression and they would try to talk to me and be like, everything's going to be okay. I always say that it was like, if I'm in a hole, I'm in this dark hole, and then everyone else that loves me, like not the person, not, like family that loves me, and then like everything's going to be fine, but they're all in the sun. So it's like, you hear you're going to be okay, but to everybody, you're like, you don't get it. You're not down here.
They
but
don't
then
understand.
But then you hear, like when I'd hear Amy, I'd be like, fuck, like.
She gets it.
She's here. Like she's in this hole with me right now. You know? So I just appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. Through your music, through your social media presence, to your million followers, like what is something that you feel like you can help them through depression? Because I feel like now more than ever, people are they're actually recognizing that they have an illness, right? And a lot of people before didn't really come forward and say like, I'm ill, like there's something really wrong with me. They just lived everyday life and just let it go past.
Yeah.
Like what is something that you would say to them?
I don't know, man. Forgive yourself because it's not easy. And like in life, we just got to deal with, what's it called? Like you got to play with the cards that you're dealt, you know? And I'm like full of cliches today, but like the cup half full. Because the second you see that, like how you said, the people are realizing, the second that you realize that is the second you can start like assessing and changing and being like, okay, well, how do I grow? How do I get past this? How do I break these patterns? How do I all that? So I hope that, I don't know, I'm just trying to live through example, I guess. And if anybody learns from my life, it's a bonus. But it's not, I'd be lying to you if I told you that I write songs with that intent. I write songs because it's something that's natural. It's like breathing.
It's real.
Yeah.
This is like your life.
It's my life. But then the benefit, it's a positive, unintentional benefit that other people resonate with it. And I'm appreciative because that's what keeps me going. Yeah.
I know this album's gonna be fire. I just got chills with you like talking about it. I cannot wait for this. Jessie Reyez is here. Let's get to know you a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So you are going on a last minute trip. You only bring one thing with you. What are you bringing?
A vino, cream, like moisturizer.
Okay, making sure the skin's right.
Yeah.
I know you said on social media you was like, and my lips are real. Like,
yeah.
when I seen you, I was like, yo, her lips are nice and juicy. Like, I wonder if they're real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my daddy.
Hey, daddy.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, open your eyes. What is the first thing you do?
Thank God. I say thank you for allowing me to wake up today.
You're currently on tour right now. What is the craziest thing that has happened to you while on tour?
But doing festival shows, it's all
festival,
good.
like
Random
a festival, like touring.
shows.
Yeah, festival runs.
The craziest thing in general for festival. What do you think the craziest thing is? Nah, but like in shows and stuff, crazy. Like when I did the Toronto show, the last one, it was in December. Before the encore, my mom ran on stage.
That's your hometown, yeah.
Yo, my mom ran on stage and like first of all, the show was done for like we did the last song and then ran upstairs and then we let the crowd like if they amp up, everyone's like una más or like one more. And then I'm getting ready over here and we hear them. Then I don't know where we hear. And everyone's like, what the hell's going on? And someone's like, someone's on stage. And we're all like, who the hell's on stage? And someone's like, Jessie, it's your mom.
Yeah, mama.
And I was like, what? And she was out there amping, like she was telling everybody to just like lose it, to amp
That's
up.
dope.
And then that's post my dad, he played figures with me in my hometown in Toronto. And like I had tios and tias and family and like homies, like my parents' homies from Colombia and all that stuff were all there. And then the last show, the encore, my dad crowd surfed.
Are you serious? And I seen a picture of you. Your face was like going like, and it was so dope.
It was a mess.
So the whole family is turned up.
The
whole squad, right?
Yeah.
Wrapping this up in your song "Imported with Black," you say you were in love with somebody else. Maybe I could offer you some help. What do you define as cheating? Because
what do I define as cheating?
That has been a topic today that I talked about. And I was like listening to your song over and over, and I've been like listening to it since it actually came out because I love Black. And I was like, yo, she has to be super dope to hop on the track. What do you define as cheating to you with those lyrics?
To me, I mean, that's obviously cheating. But it's not like if you're in a relationship and you're saying those things, that's cheating. But when I wrote the song, like my perspective was, it's like past the breakup.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're still in love with somebody else. Like
right.
you need to get over it, and I can help you. You know.
Yeah.
So that's not really. It's not me pro cheating in that song, but I think that cheating is doing anything that you wouldn't do in front of them.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like something to keep a secret.
Yeah, because if you guys have this sort of relationship where you can like, I don't know, look at women together, or
mm-hmm.
everything's like open and both of you understand that you're flirty and there's communication, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of you isn't, and then you guys have boundaries, but you're still doing things on the low,
yeah.
The second something's like covert or
mm-hmm.
like, what's it called? Like occult,
mm-hmm.
then it's like, well, you shouldn't be doing it. Why are you hiding it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
See, that has made you even doper, right? Yeah, that response.
Thanks.
Jessie Reyez is here. Be more. Where can everybody follow you at?
JESSIEREYEZ everywhere. Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube.
Yep. Besides the album, the festivals, what else do you have going on that we missed out on?
That's my life is music and shows and family and Aveeno moisturizer.
And Aveeno moisturizer. It's 92Q.